Hey guys, Reckless Fox here. Now, before I get into what I'm about to do, just let me know that this is the Avengers Infinity War review. It is spoiler free, so if you are watching this still on YouTube, congrats. It is a spoiler free review. The review will be out next week. However, what I'm about to tell you is something else. This will be this will be the last movie review I'll be doing on my channel. However, all the movie reviews will be going to the Scrub Club page on YouTube as well as our SoundCloud page. So, if you want, please be sure to follow Scrub Club Gaming on our YouTube page. The link in the description box will be below. Also, the link to our SoundCloud. So, soundcloud.com/ScrubClubGaming. That is soundcloud.com/ScrubClubGaming. With all that being said, hope you guys enjoy the attempt to not spoil this movie. So, till then, guys, keep on making things $20 less. Deuces.
Just let me fucking
Let the white man finish, please.
Exactly. Welcome, colonizer house.
I'm gonna make a comeback. I'm gonna dig 6 feet up tonight. I'm gonna get it all back. I'm gonna make a comeback this time. Look into my eyes.
What is up, everyone? It's your boy Reckless Fox, and welcome to Scrub Club Cinema Presents. And tonight we're going to be doing a spoiler-free review of Avengers: Infinity War, arguably one of the biggest summer blockbuster movies to come out, and it's not even the summer yet. And this is probably Marvel's biggest movie to date, aside from Avengers 1 and Guardians of the Galaxy and Black Panther, just to name a few. But I'm not going to be alone for tonight. Rocking with me tonight is my boy Skooks.
What up, what up?
Alright then, and joining us, as always, you've heard his voice way too many times. He's played kayfabe on the podcast, and I almost slapped him for it. One of the co-founders of Rangers Live Chat on Facebook, which you should totally follow on Facebook.com/Rangers Live Chat. My boy, my pal, part of the class of 2018, Mr. Dagger Boy. Take it away.
Hello guys, nice to see you. I'm still shaking from my
Yeah, this is gonna be one.
I need some bourbon right now.
Yo, I got a bottle of tequila if you want it, so it's all good. Anyways. But yeah, with all that out the way, guys, alright, so before we get into a couple of housekeeping rules, as always, we do our reviews of television, movies, and soon video games live on Twitch. So if you want to be part of the conversation, be sure to follow me here on twitch.tv/RecklessFox. If you want, now, if you don't want to say anything stupid, which I understand, like, even though there's no such thing as a stupid question, you can always and forever email us at scrubclubgamingbookings@gmail.com. That's scrubclubgamingbookings@gmail.com. You can email us any kind of questions, comments, concerns, insults, advice, and business inquiries. So we love doing business with you indie folks. You can follow us on Facebook on facebook.com/ScrubClubGaming. You can follow us on Twitter at ScrubClubGaming. And you can follow us on our mother base at SoundCloud.com/ScrubClubGaming. SoundCloud.com/ScrubClubGaming. All lowercase letters. And in case Konami wants to shoot us because they've been trying to find someone to blame for their issues with pachinko machines and stuff like that, you can find us on our backup page on googleplay.com/ScrubClubGaming. We are going to be working on trying to get some of this stuff on Spotify and iTunes, so be on the lookout for that. Now, in case you want a little bit more, you want a little R&R, you want to go down in the DMs, but safe for work stuff, obviously. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at @TheReckless_Fox. You can find me on my YouTube page, Reckless_Fox, and you can find me on twitch.tv/RecklessFox. Mr. Skooks, where can they find you?
You find me at Lexington34 on Twitter, capital L for the 0, and Lexington on Tumblr.com, same spelling.
Alright then, Dagger Boy,
Yeah.
where can I find you?
You can find me at my Instagram page, Dangerboy247. You can also find me at our Facebook page at Rangers Live Chat, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube, and Instagram if you have an Instagram.
Alright then.
And no, we have chat, so let me think about it.
Alright then, wait, let the people know, what is Rangers Live Chat all about, my boy?
Rangers Live Chat we are a social media channel. We are on Facebook and YouTube. We do Power Ranger news, updates, and trivia. Well, not trivia. Like live streams. But our main focus is we interview Power Rangers at cons and online interviews too, which is actually takes an hour or 2 hours. So basically, we are one of like the main like I don't want to say best, but one of like good networks where you can find Power Ranger interviews.
All right, then with all that
We're the
out,
best. We're the best one. You should totally check us out.
like no one ever was. With all that out of the way, with all that promotion and all that boo-ish out the way, let's get into Avengers Infinity War. Now, for those of y'all who want to know, Avengers Infinity War is how many movies? The 18th movie in the series?
There's 18 movies. This is the 19th.
Alright, this is the 19th movie in the series, starring Robert Downey Jr., Chris Evans, Chris Hemsworth, Chris Pratt. All the Chris's are in this movie, as well as Scarlett Johansson, Chadwick Boseman, Mark Ruffalo, Sebastian Stan, Elizabeth Olsen, Josh Brolin, Benedict Cumberbatch, Don Cheadle, Zoe Saldana, Dave Bautista, Vin Diesel, Bradley Cooper, what's that kid? Tom Holland, and every other person you can think of that's been in a Marvel movie. That's
Black Panther, dude.
what's up.
You forgot Black Panther.
I said Chadwick Boseman.
You forgot Shuri.
What's her name? Something right? Letitia
Letitia
Wright.
Wright.
Letitia Wright. Wilson Duke and Michonne from The Walking Dead. All your favorites are in this movie as the Avengers, now disbanded because it's after the events of Civil War, now have to face.
dead.
Yes, now have to face the ultimate villain that the first movie has been lingering to since 2012, and I'm talking about the ultimate Purple Man himself, Thanos, as he is trying to get all the Infinity Stones to be put in his Infinity Gauntlet to legit wipe out the entire universe. And
Half the
half the universe if you were paying attention, and that's pretty much the premise. And the Avengers have to stop him. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm not gonna say anything else about it. Again, spoiler free. We're not gonna ruin the movie for you guys. We're giving y'all a week. We're giving y'all a week to see this. Afterwards, it is gung ho. All right. With all out the way. So before we get into our likes and dislikes and stuff, I want initial reactions. Dagger Boy, because you and I saw it first, I'm gonna go with you. What was your initial reaction to this movie?
After the movie or before the movie?
The entire before and after. We'll go over before and afters.
Before, I had high expectations because, of course, 18 movies leading up to this. So my expectations were actually really high. Let's just say they were met. Reactions during the movie, I was tense. I was really tense because if you read the Infinity War storyline comic book, you probably know why.
Yeah.
Reaction after this, I need some tequila. I am shaken, heartbroken. Oh my god, Marvel has the balls. They have balls.
Marvel has like Vince McMahon balls. They have the size of grapefruits, bro.
They did it. No, they did it. Disney, you guys did it. Like you literally like you did it. Like Star Wars did not do it. Yeah, I mean Han Solo, but yeah, you know what's coming. But like you guys
Solo's
did
gonna be
it.
trash.
Also, by the way, all your fan theories you see on the internet, put them all the way, but none of them are true. None of them are true. All your fan theories you see on the internet.
Oh yeah.
Infinity War, like literally, all the fan theories, like literally, it's off the window. So don't even think about it.
All right then, Skooks. You being the one who didn't see the movie before we did, you saw the movie after we did, and we went to go see it with you yesterday. What was your reaction before and after the movie?
I didn't have any expectations before because I like to go in kind of blind to the movie, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the trailers looked pretty good, but I wanted to keep more or less an open mind. And when I went in there, I thought it was pretty good overall. You know, with the scope of this movie, how they did the pacing, actually made it. It did it pretty well, honestly, because you can't do it like a traditional 3-act structure. You have to switch from one focus to the next to really get it all together. But I thought they did it pretty well.
Nice. I think for me, okay, going into this movie before, now, I was already excited. But the thing what I do is, whenever I see a movie that's actually could potentially be like one of the biggest blockbusters of the year, I always go with low expectations.
Wait, scratch that. Movie of the decade, dude.
Or movie of the decade. A movie leading up a movie 10 years in the making. This movie had a lot riding on it. But of course, what I always do when it comes to comic book movies nowadays is I try to keep my expectations low, because I have watched comic book movies that I was legit disappointed in and stuff, and so I've learned to just be even with my overhypeness and stuff like that, because there are times where people do overhype movies, okay, and it's no fault of them. It's just that, you always hear word of mouth and stuff. You have so much pressure to hope that this movie's really good. So that's what I did. I went in with low expectations, and I will say expectations I had way before I put them low were met and superseded at the same dang time. I don't think I have cried so hard in the middle of a comic book movie since Winter Soldier and Guardians. And the reason why I say Winter Soldier and Guardians is because Winter Soldier and Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1 and kind of 2 hit me on a personal level when it came to character development, like with Peggy Carter having dementia. That hit me really hard. When Peter's mama died right in front of him, that hit me hard. Spoilers for people who have not seen Volume 2, when Yondu died, that hit me hard. When things hit you on a personal level, that kind of hits you hard in some capacity. So yeah, going into this movie, Jesus Christ, dude. Again, this is going to be one of the hardest things we're going to, all three of us, be doing, because there's so much we want to talk about, but again, we cannot say anything about it, or we're going to get our butts handed to by everyone. But yeah, and because of the fact that I saw this movie without knowing Infinity Gauntlet or the Thanos Wins miniseries that came out a couple of years ago, I know a little bit about Infinity Gauntlet, but I never really read Infinity Gauntlet. Then I played Marvel Superheroes, and I played Marvel Superheroes War of the Gems on the Super Nintendo. So I had some knowledge of what happens in Infinity War, okay? So I would say this is a loose adaptation of Infinity War, because it also brings in elements of other Thanos comics where Thanos is about to, legit it's the whole end of the world scenario, and Thanos is about to demolish some fools. So that's just me. So I'm gonna go around the table and get where's your guys' likes and stuff. I'm gonna go with Skooks first. Skooks, what were your likes about the movie? And we'll do dislikes after Dagger Boy and I do it.
I feel like, hang on, I'll let you guys go first because you saw it twice. I need to get all my thoughts together.
Okay, Dagger Boy, you go first.
Action, definitely. I mean, there was a lot of action.
The action was nonstop.
Dude, there was no, there was no rest. I mean, heck, during the scenes that were rest, we're basically just set up for action again.
Pretty much.
This movie had no rest. Literally, there's some scenes where they do tone down a little bit, but right away, oh nope, go back to action. Basically, the slow scenes were, the rest scenes were actually just action setup. Character developments of certain characters were good.
Mm-hmm.
Thanos, oh my god. Sorry, Killmonger. Thanos wins. Marvel best villain. I'm sorry.
Okay, I got beg to differ. I'm going to beg to differ,
I'm sorry. Sorry, dude. Killmonger, yes, he was for this movie, he was my top villain. But after what Thanos does in this movie, and what he can do in the next movie, fuck, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man. I know I love Black Panther, but dude, you're comparing a soldier that's a human, Wakandian, to a freaking Titan that can basically do shit.
He can destroy a whole planet with the snap of his finger like this.
Even without a gauntlet, he's freaking badass.
Oh yeah, even without the gauntlet, Thanos, you saw how Thanos legit didn't use. Oh, whoa, never mind. Oh, wait, never mind. I can't. That'd be a spoiler. I know. I had to catch myself. But okay, in the trailers, you saw in the trailer how Thanos legit, even without the Infinity Gauntlet, Thanos legit punched Tony in the face in the trailer. Yeah. And choke slammed Spider-Man as well. He don't need no damn gauntlet. He
grabbed Hulk by the head.
Dude, he can depot a nigga on sight. Legit, Thanos is Debo from Friday, man. He was just Deboing niggas all day, every day. Like, that's my stone, punk.
Yep. What else? That was amazing. The CGI was amazing too. I admit that.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. Like when a movie 10 years in the making and the original movie coming out 6 years ago, you can tell legit how CGI has aged. Like has aged. I mean, if you watch Avengers again, it's aged very well. But like compared to this movie, the CGI. What my issue was with Age of Ultron is that with Age of Ultron, Tony in the Iron Man suit did look way too CG to me. With this one, not so much, and that's because of the fact that CGI technology has advanced drastically. I mean, now we're putting dead people's heads on other people's bodies. I mean, look at Rogue One.
Yeah. Also, I also like to give props to my home country in Philippines because I just found out that they shot some scenes there for Infinity War, and I bet you know what those scenes were.
Oh yeah, I know.
No, it was actually not just the. Okay, there was some. Well, I can't spoil anything, but like, well, I don't.
There's a scene with Thanos. I'll say this. There's a scene with Thanos that's shot in the Philippines. That's it. I'm not gonna say anything else.
Actually, no. The trailer. You guys remember the Money Shot trailer?
The one in the trailer where he's holding Gamora's hand, little girl hand.
No, the one in like they're running like Captain America ending of the trailer where they're like all the like 6 Avengers they run towards.
Is that in the Philippines?
Yeah, I did some research.
So are you saying some of the scenes from Wakanda were shot in the Philippines?
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense. I mean, I didn't.
No, it's funny because like my mom's like, wait, I noticed that area looks familiar, and then literally, and Chris like, oh my god, I knew it, and it's true.
Yeah, because I mean, I know that Black Panther was filmed. Some of the Black Panther scenes majority of the time were filmed in Georgia. So.
Yeah, but I'm like, hey, good props to us. So.
Well,
all right. Anyway, but that's my positives.
Okay, for me, my positives are. I really love the chemistry of all the characters. Like, in case y'all didn't know, in case you guys have not seen the trailers, they legit split people up. Okay, so you do see Star-Lord and Iron Man talking. So you get to see Chris Pratt, Tom Holland, and Robert Downey Jr. and Benedict Cumberbatch all like talk to one another, and the chemistry with them is really good. Same thing with Captain America, Bucky, Bruce, Natasha, and all of them. Like the chemistry between all the characters, even when they're all separated, it's still very, very good. So again, Marvel knows chemistry, okay? And like they've spent 10 years with all these characters to build that camaraderie and to build the fact that like these actors are these characters, okay? Like when you look at Chris Pratt, you're gonna look at Human Torch and X number 2 from Scott Pilgrim, but you're also gonna look at Captain America. When you look at
Chris Evans.
I said Chris Evans.
You said Chris Pratt.
I said Chris Evans.
I heard you say.
Fine, Chris Evans. I'm gonna say it again. Chris Evans. Okay. When you look at Chris Pratt, I mean, you're gonna look at Chris Pratt. You're gonna look at fat Chris Pratt, and then you're gonna look at, oh my god, I'm so wet, Chris Pratt. You're gonna, when you look at Chris Hemsworth, you just see Thor, because whatever. But like everyone fits that character. Like I have not seen such a great ensemble cast of characters in anything when it comes to like a franchise aside from Star Wars and Harry Potter and stuff. Any franchise that's ever come out, I mean, yes, you see that camaraderie, but like we don't really have a lot of franchises all that much. I mean that are like are consistent like Marvel is, and like how Harry Potter was and stuff like that. So I'm probably gonna piss off a lot of people, but I'm just saying, like, I really enjoyed the chemistry of all these characters. I enjoyed the chemistry of these actors and actresses. Again, 10 years in the making to the biggest movie of the decade. That they do not disappoint. Action, again, like Dagger Boy said, non-stop. Like, it is legit. If you ever seen a war movie like Saving Private Ryan and stuff like that, there's legit not really a lot of time to rest, okay? Niggas is fighting all day, every day in Infinity War, okay? Like, you got Wakanda fighting Thanos' army. You got Iron Man and his squad fighting Thanos on whatever planet they're on and stuff like that.
Titan.
What? I know. I wasn't trying to. I wasn't trying to spoil the word. I mean, yeah, they're fighting on Titan. You want to know about Titan? We'll explain Titan in the spoiler review.
Well, it was already announced by Marvel, so.
Well, there's some people who probably don't know. Okay, and there's a lot of cool shots that were ripped straight out of the comic books. Like, in case y'all haven't seen it, like there's the scene where Cap is holding Thanos' gauntlet when Thanos is trying to punch him and stuff, and it legit is a hold my beer moment. That's one scene where Strange is about to get like surgery in his face and stuff like that. Like those scenes are ripped from the comic books, and they're really really cool. And some scenes actually pay homage to Infinity Gauntlet and the Thanos Wins 3-part miniseries that came out a few years ago. So set design, CGI, like everything about this movie it's such a beautiful looking movie. And aside from being a beautiful looking movie, it's a pretty damn good movie at that too. And again, I'm giving all this praise because I don't want to go into spoilers. So yeah. With all that being said, Skooks, what is your positives on the movie?
A lot of the character chemistry really works together. You know, because you got Tony Stark and Doctor Strange bouncing off each other. Hey, don't cough. That's not a spoiler.
No, I'm coughing because of allergies, dude.
No, he's actually coughing.
Oh, my bad. Sorry. They were coughing. It's like, ha ha, cough out. Don't tell them that scene. You know, but a lot of the character interactions are great. You know, because you have Thor with Guardians of the Galaxy. You have Tony Stark and Spider-Man with Doctor Strange. Then you got the Captain America and his Avenger allies all together. You know, you got all them team up and everything. It's just all the character really works together. You know, it's just really fun to see how they bounce off each other and just to see everything tied up in the nice little groups and everything.
Yeah.
Mm.
With all that being said, okay, so it's time to be critics though, because Dagger Boy and I, we saw the movie twice, so.
I'll be the one because I'll be the last one because I might make some nerds, So
No, it's all good. It's all good. You can go ahead and piss off some nerds. That's what I do.
Last one.
Anyway, so with all that being said, so I'll go first with my negatives. Honestly, I don't think there really is a lot of negatives that I have about the movie. There really is not much I can say about the movie in which it's really negative. At that point, I'd just be nitpicking if that's the case. So I would have to find some negatives. But Skooks, what were your initial? What are some negatives about the movie that you have?
There's a couple points when the jump from one scene to the next feels kind of like off. You know, it's like I really get wrapped up in this one particular scene, and then to jump back to these characters kind of tough. You know, It is 2.5 hours long, and you can kind of feel it at the end. You know, but it's not too bad. I can't really get into criticisms without going into spoilers, and that's just the biggest thing. I did enjoy this movie a lot. You know, it was a lot of fun, but there are like scenes where the biggest thing is like the jokes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A lot of times the jokes don't really work because it kind of clashes with how serious the movie is. You know?
Yeah.
You have there are some scenes where it's funny, like if one thing happens to Peter, it's funny, but then when another thing happens to Peter later with Iron Man, it doesn't really work as well. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get you.
My turn.
Alright, go ahead.
That's what I had to argue with you on. Pacing was not really that good.
Yeah.
The pacing was not really that good. Yeah, or like I said, it was like literally the beginning of the movie, action. I mean, I enjoyed it, but like, you got time to rest. Like, man, we need to rest. Like, literally, my whole scene was like, well, not the second time because I already knew what was gonna happen, but the first time I was like getting tense, and I was like, oh shit, I'm getting tense. I wanted to like have a rest moment, and then like when there was actually kind of rest, it was basically build up for action again. What else? Is my negatives. Excuse me. Some characters were less shown. Like, they basically, and this includes like some A-listers. I don't know if I'm saying who, but like, they were like, they felt like, what's the term? Lower. Wait, help me out.
They felt like they were just background characters.
Just background characters. I won't say who, but like,
some A-lister, like A-list Avengers, feel like background characters.
More like extras.
Extras.
Yeah, there we go.
They gave Thor too much scenes, so I believe. I mean, like he's actually the MVP of the movie, but like I felt like some of his scenes could have been more like minutes, could have been to other characters. But yeah, Thor is actually the MVP. What else?
Well, I can.
The movie.
Well, real quick, like, in a sense, I can understand why Thor is. They focus a little bit more on Thor because you gotta keep in mind at the end of Thor Ragnarok, you see like in the mid credit scene of Thor Ragnarok, you see a spaceship, and the moment you see that spaceship, you're like Thanos is on that ship. Like something is about to happen, and we won't say what happens, but like I can understand why they went the way they did with Thor being pretty much kind of the protagonistic character throughout the movie. I won't say too much about it, but it does work out in the end. And I would say like after that, like characters aren't like background characters.
Yeah. My biggest complaint is not really. It's not really a spoiler. Dave Bautista's Drax.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I really felt like he's more now as a comic relief.
Drax is short. Okay. In that defense, Drax has always been the comic relief because of the fact that he's so serious, it's funny. Like in Volume 2, my nipples are like he once telling him was like, I have sensitive nipples, and he was so serious saying that too. Like the way I see it, I think I see him as like the commissioner in not the commissioner, but the boss in Brooklyn Nine-Nine. You've seen Brooklyn Nine-Nine, haven't you?
Nope.
Have you seen the Skooks?
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, the black guy. He feels like the black guy from Brooklyn Nine-Nine, where he's always serious, but that's what makes it funny.
Yeah, but you felt like it is a complete movie. It's not a setup movie. Well, it's kind of. I know people online say it's not really a setup movie, but technically it is kind of a setup movie.
Well, yeah, because part 2's coming out like next year.
Yeah, but it is a complete movie. It's Infinity War. It feels like a war. But like literally like I don't know like I can see how the context of this film was supposed to be like all action like high stakes, but as a film it doesn't really work. But as a extravagant like grandeur, it works because of course you're setting up for 18 years. But like as a film, like plot line story, that's where it kind of like lacks in. But still, I give it like, we're gonna give scores or not yet?
Not yet. I haven't decided. I haven't done mine yet. So,
real quick.
What's up?
I just want to say I did like Thor in this movie. I felt like he was one of the best.
No, I did.
Oh no, like we're not saying nothing bad about Thor. We're just saying like the movie kind of focused a little bit too much on him. But there's a reason why.
Like there's actually because like there's like some characters like that should have been more focused on.
Yeah.
Like I give some more minutes to some of these characters. Like some of these A-list Avengers characters felt like extras.
Okay.
That's just like, oh, okay.
I think. All right. So real quick, I'll get to me. So I'm there's one more thing I forgot to mention for my positives before getting to my negatives. I love Thanos in this movie. Can we just Marvel hit it at the ballpark? Cause like I know a lot of people really think that Marvel can not do supervillains right. And, they don't really have a good track record with a lot of their villains. But then, recently they've had pretty good villains. Like Vulture, Killmonger, Thanos, Zemo. I would argue and say Ragnarok had a good villain. Because it wasn't just Hela. It was Saphir too. Because he was trying to cause...
The Grandmaster.
Yeah, and the Grandmaster. So it had 3 pretty good villains. What else? There was another. Doctor Strange, I think, had a decent villain. With the dude from Hannibal playing the main bad guy, but that's a different story for another time.
Caecilius?
Yeah, Caecilius. Yeah, I think Caecilius wasn't too bad of a character, and did set up the fact that Mordu is
Dormammu.
Not Dormammu, the black guy, the dude from Firefly.
Baron Mordo.
Yeah, Baron Mordo. They kind of set up Mordo to be like the existential villain for Doctor Strange too, because we already know some of these guys' contracts have been renewed, and they're going to be having sequels during Phase 4 and Phase 5. Hopefully, they're all in space, because I can't be on Earth anymore. Guardians.
I mean, Phase 4 will actually focus on space now, so.
So yeah, so maybe they'll run into Goku or something. I'm joking, but yeah. So I really enjoyed Thanos in this movie, and honestly, if you, Dagger Boy says this is like kind of Thor's movie to some capacity. It was also Thanos to some capacity because you do see a lot of you do see good character development with Thanos, and I think that was the one thing I was afraid of in this movie because I did not want him just to be another Marvel villain that like you just brush out. I mean, he's supposed to be the ultimate evil. He's supposed to be the Voldemort, the Darth Vader of Marvel, and I did not want them to brush him under the rug like that. And thankfully they didn't, and I'm really appreciative of that. I think Josh Brolin did an amazing job as Cable. I mean not Cable. I mean Thanos. So with all that out the way, I think my negatives, my one big negative is this, and it's not even the movie's fault. If you are going into seeing this movie and you've not seen any of the Marvel movies, you're going to be confused as all get down. And honestly, you should not see this movie if you've not seen any of the other Avenger movies or any of the other movies relating to what's going to happen in this movie. Like, you have to know your stuff in order to understand. So, for the newcomers to Marvel who are coming in the finale of the 10 years of Marvel, you're gonna be very, very confused. I would say this: do not bring your grandma. Hey. Oh snap! We got an audible, and rocking with us right now is Miss Jen Pink.
You're asleep, young lady.
Huh?
You're asleep.
No.
No, she just got off work.
I'm so tired though.
All right then. So Jen, real quick, because we're about to get into we just finished our negatives. What are your positives? But this is spoiler free, so do not spoil anything. What are your positives and your negatives?
All right, my positive for this movie is that it had an amazing trailer, but I love how like the plot thickens. How do I look? I've never done a spoiler-free movie review, okay? So I'm gonna just say the plot thickens, and that's what I really like.
Okay, all right. So that's all you're gonna say?
Yeah. Well, how? What else would I say? I don't know.
Character, like how did you like the characters, the acting,
Okay,
set pieces, fights?
Okay, so I like how MCU ties everything down, and I love how they even got like Tony Stark's emotion, everyone's emotion in there. I like how like it's very unexpected.
Expect the unexpected in this movie.
Yeah, like yeah, like there's that. You know what I mean? Yeah.
All right, what are your negatives about the movie?
My negatives is there isn't really a negative, but I would say say I was just like some random person and I don't know anything about Marvel. I never watched the MCU. I guess you wouldn't understand.
Exactly.
That's my negative, but that's only because if I didn't understand MCU, like if I wasn't a Marvel fan, I just came in there because I want to be part of the hype kind of thing.
You want to be on the bandwagon. You were tired of DC effing up, so you want to hop on the Marvel bandwagon.
Yeah, because everyone's like watching it, so then I was like, I'm gonna watch it too, even though I don't understand what the fuck's going on.
I can actually argue for that.
Okay.
Because you can actually watch this movie without watching it.
No, you can't. You have to see it. You have to at least watch the first one.
You know why?
Why?
One of my friends from I saw on a play. She never watched. She watched Iron Man. That's it. She watched Infinity War, and she gets what happened.
Really?
Seriously?
Look, I didn't even understand Civil War, and I didn't even watch.
Jen. That's because you didn't even watch Phase 3.
Guys, let me argue.
Yeah, but see,
because
I didn't.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let me talk. Okay, cause you guys are in this perspective of comic book movie fans. You got to also go.
What?
No, I'm serious. Like we're in this perspective of the comic book movie goers. So because of course they have experience. Like the casual.
You know I'm a comic book movie.
No, as going for a casual movie girl. Because my friend at the theater, she's not a Marvel fan. She's not a DC fan. She likes movies.
Yeah.
So she watched Infinity War without just the only film she watched was Iron Man, and what Iron Man and Guardian and what's the other one? Ant-Man. That's it.
Okay.
That's it.
But
she knew what was happening. That's why it was the only problem is you will not. Okay, okay, guys. You already know what's gonna. Okay, it's not really a spoiler, but you're gonna know what happened. Yes, there are. Can I say it, Leonard?
No, you can't. Don't you? No.
Well, no, Bill. Fine. There's some moments in this film that's really gonna break your heart.
Okay.
But like those moments, if you're a casual moviegoer, it's not gonna affect you greatly. Yeah, emotions will not be the same as a comic book fan.
Well, no, okay, that one I can argue with because when I said my initial thing, what I said, keep in mind,
Because my friend who watched it, when the bad stuff happened, she didn't feel any emotion.
okay,
Because like, you know,
okay, but like,
she
but
was
like,
like, wait, what? But like, oh, okay.
okay, but like I was saying, it's like keep in mind when I said earlier that I have never read the Infinity Gauntlet comic book or the Thanos Wins comic book. I'm only looking at this movie as a movie as a whole. Like, keep in mind, I always separate the movie from the comic book, and I only say like, oh, okay, I remember that. Like, I actually remember that part from the comic book. That's about it. But like, I'm only looking at this movie as a movie-going fan. I'm saying as a movie-going fan. If you are big on the Marvel Cinematic Universe and you've never read the comic books and if you just watch the movies and stuff, you are still going to be confused as a moviegoer who is hopping into a Marvel movie this big and you've not seen the rest of them. As a as a casual movie going fan, if you have not done your any analysis or like read the Wikipedias and stuff like that, you're going to be confused.
I feel bad for people who don't know who Tony Stark is and they just come in.
Well, they should know who he is, cause like his style, his Iron Man suit armor, so doesn't matter.
No, it'd be like this. Oh, that's Sherlock Holmes. Oh, that's the fat guy from Parks and Rec. Oh, that's the talented Olsen twin. Oh, that's a homegirl from Ghost in the Shell.
But still,
That is.
movie understands it than us, then sorry, man. Then you can't, because like you gotta talk from the perspective of the casual moviegoer. That's not, you know.
Yeah, but like I say, as a casual movie-going fan, if you have not seen the other movies, you might get confused.
Then she didn't get confused.
Well, but she put two and two together. I'm talking someone who has never watched any of the other movies and could not put two and two together to save their own life. They're getting confused.
Iron Man, Ant-Man does not.
You know, I could understand why. Like, you don't need to watch the whole MCU to understand it.
I'll tell you this: if you want to watch, for people who haven't watched or watch MCU and like wants to get it in Infinity War, this is the movies you have to watch. You guys need to watch the first two Avengers films,
Yes.
Civil War, and that's it. I'm serious right now. Those three movies. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1.
Thor Ragnarok.
No, you need Thor Ragnarok.
That's what I said. You need to watch Thor Ragnarok.
You don't.
Yes, you do.
No, you don't.
Yes, you do. Dude, you need to watch Thor Ragnarok.
No, you don't.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. It deals with space, okay?
Oh my god. Like I said. Anyway, moving on.
Okay, fine. All right, going back to my negatives. That's probably my only negative is that you need to have seen. In my opinion, okay, you have to.
Man.
I have to specify this because I know fanboys are gonna get pissed. They might lynch me. In my opinion, you have to go see the other movies before you watch this. Okay, in my opinion. Okay, in my opinion.
Hey, my
See the
dad
rest of
watched it, like without the knowledge of it before he gets it. So.
Well, yeah. Well, keep in mind, Ryan, or Dagger Boy, you probably have told him a lot about it. Did you tell him anything about the rest? Did you show him the variety of like explaining all the Marvel movies in like 10 minutes or less?
Sorry, my mom. Sorry, it's good. My mom. My dad actually knows it. My mom, and she gets it. The only thing is, she's like the emotional attachment wasn't there. She's like, oh shoot, I get it now.
But
So
yeah.
I'm sorry. Like, yeah.
Yeah, but I think that that's all that, and I will agree with you on the pacing. Pacing wise, again, if you're not in it for the long run, if you are not big on movies that are over 2 hours long, because this movie's like at least 3 hours. I think this movie is 3 hours long.
Really?
2 hours 46 minutes.
It felt like 1 hour.
Wait, what? How many minutes?
2 hours and 46 minutes.
So it's almost a 3 hour movie. The movie did feel 3 hours. Well,
Ellen, you know that movie felt like an hour 30 minutes movie to me.
that's because you were trying to fight not going to sleep.
Yeah, and you were freaking hitting me like I'm like spoilers, dude. I wasn't spoiling anything again.
To be fair, Dagger Boy, you really had a hard time. Like, I told you to shut the hell up multiple times. Like, don't say a damn word. I don't care. If you
Yeah.
breathe the wrong way, I'm gonna tell you to shut the hell up.
Man, it's like fanboys
You
like
know
this.
what? Okay,
Yeah.
guys, I want to tell you what happened. I'm not gonna say what,
Go
but
ahead.
Dagger Boy said the F word, and I can't stop laughing.
We'll talk about that in the spoiler review, but
That was the funniest thing on
that
earth.
was hilarious. I'm not gonna lie. But
I've never. I mean, Dagger Boy, say that. Never.
yeah, he's always telling us to not curse on Rangers live chat. So yeah.
I know.
No, but it was like, whoa! I've never heard you say the F word before.
Dude, I always say it. Yeah, what are you talking about?
He said F. To give you guys clarification, he just says F Thanos, and that's about it.
Yeah, I just said fuck Thanos. What's
Yeah. No, but it's
Oh,
just the way he said it was like.
Oh,
Like,
I
Like,
forgot.
he put some bass in his voice when he said it too, like F Thanos, man.
Yes,
But yeah, but other than that, yeah, that's only my complaint. Yeah, like, pacing. If you're not in for the long run, this is a long movie, and some people will enjoy it. Like us, we enjoyed the fact that this movie is over almost 3 hours, long, because we've been waiting for a Marvel movie to be like that with so much at stake. And we're happy for it. But for casual moviegoers, if you're not in for the long run, like, if you had a hard time watching Django Unchained or Dunkirk or any of the Nolan movies that are almost 3 hours long, then this movie will not be for you. Okay. So,
no, Django. I don't know.
Django was 2.5 hours long.
It was long, but like it was really good. Like I wasn't bored.
Yeah, but no, I'm saying as casual moviegoing fans, like if you're not in it for the long run, if you cannot watch a movie that's 2.5 hours long, you might want to wait until this movie. You might want to wait until this movie hits like the matinee showings and stuff like that on Tuesdays and Thursdays, or if you get a movie pass. Once the hype is died down, get yourself a movie pass and go see it. Okay. So like I'm finna watch that movie again this week. I'm just gonna say it right now. So. But
Anyway.
with all that out the way,
Scores.
what?
Are you doing scores?
Yes, we're doing scores. So, Dagger Boy, what is your score? Because I know you got to work tomorrow. So, go ahead.
8.5 out of 10.
Okay, what's stopping you from giving it a 10?
No, 8.5.
You said 9.5 or 8.5?
8.5.
Out of 10? So, what's stopping you from giving it a 10? I'm just asking.
Hey,
guess-
don't press him.
No, I'm asking. No, I'm genuinely asking. Jen, Den Slot fan, hush up. Anyways,
Yeah, be quiet, alright? You can be okay. That slot sucks. Anyway.
You know what, Brian?
Oh,
I mean, Dagger Boy.
die with me.
anyways, go ahead.
Hey, nothing, guys. She doesn't read Stanley comics, so.
Oh, hey, don't say don't slander my people on my only I can slander my co-hosts, okay?
Anyway.
You're just a guest.
You were just visiting. Now, one real Dagger Boy, what stopped you from giving it a 10?
Boss. Anyway, like I said, the as a like an action movie or a like extravagant.
Extravaganza. Okay.
But if you look at it in another context, like as a film with development and plotline, that's where it kind of lacks. Because
Okay.
like, I'll give you an example. Winter Soldier was the perfect Marvel movie.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of boring towards like.
Oh my
Get the
God.
hell out of here, Jen. Get the hell out of here.
Yeah, it
Get the
was.
hell out of
I'm
here.
gonna
You're
say it was
benching
kinda
you. I am
boring.
benching you
Get
right
out
now.
of here.
You're being benched, my nigga. You are being
It
benched.
really was kind of boring. Like, come on. From
You
a
are
casual-
the Luke Wilson.
Then you don't like movies. I'm sorry.
No, like toward like in the middle part of the movie, you got kind of bored. Like I'm not.
You don't like dialogue.
You are the Tristan Thompson of the squad now.
No, I'm not. Who am I cheating on?
Relax, fuck. This is what I mean. She likes the action. Like I said, remember I said we need to rest on movies?
Yes.
Captain America was perfect because, like, one, look, beginning was action. Then you had a rest where it
Boring.
developed.
Anyways,
You don't know
Tristan
movies.
Thompson, get out.
Get out! Let me speak. That not sucks.
Okay,
Stop.
stop. Leave the slandering to me, my guy.
Okay, but sorry, she's creeping me out right now. Okay, I'll explain again. Winter Soldier, in the beginning, it was good action, really good action, and after it was done, you go back. It goes a little. Rest. So in the beginning, it's action,
And then there's again, like after the action of Winter Soldier, you had a rest where like they have dialogue and they talk, and then that's when they develop Falcon. We see Peggy Carter again. We see what happens. Then you have another action scene. That's why it's perfect because it's actually like moving, it's flowing. Because I can give an example. You guys know like musicals?
Yes.
It was like literally. Be honest with me. You watch stage musicals. If you're just singing and singing and singing, no rest, but no dialogue, will you get the story?
Nope. Well, I don't even like musicals, but I understand what you mean.
See, that's what Infinity War was. It was completely like a concept of musicals. I'll give you an example. I can give you let's say, like example Sound of Music. Let's say Sound of Music has no like the dialogue with the Nazis. It's just singing, 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 continuous. That's what Infinity War is.
Or Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, where it's singing, 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 where it's resting and singing.
So basically the audience has to guess more work. Like, oh my god, what's happening? Like, I don't really get it. That's what I mean. That's what Infinity War is. So that's why it's 8.5 out of 10. Also, like I said, the characters were less. Like call that.
They're more like extras than they were like actual characters.
Yeah, I mean, I can get the big movie. I can understand it, but like still, like at least give them some minutes. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty much, and like again, it's a complete movie, but yeah, I know it's a setup movie, but still, I still like it. 8.5 10 is not bad. So
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like I said, I'm not trying to pressure you to give it a 10, but I understand your gripes for it. Okay, cool. Jen, what was your score?
9 out of 10.
that's the fangirl inside of her.
Oh, jeez.
But the thing is, my only complaint is that it's just way too intense that I didn't have time to breathe.
So wait. So you didn't have time to breathe. So you needed the movie to breathe, right?
Yeah.
So how come you?
Yeah.
How come you?
Then
No,
why
I got
are you
this. I got this.
arguing with me then?
Dagger boy, I got this. So you mean to tell me you needed time to breathe, but with Winter Soldier you think it's boring because you needed time to breathe? You can't have it your way, Jen. It's not Burger King.
I know you were arguing with me too.
Oh my
yeah.
gosh, I gotta reference Burger King.
Cause you can't have it your way, Jen.
Just leave me alone. It's just my. I just need time
Leave me
to-
alone. Are you serious?
Alright, fine. You gave it a 9. That's good. Okay. Skooks, going back to what you were saying, even though Dagger Boy kept interrupting. So what's your why give it an 8.5 instead of a 10?
Okay, so I did like the movie. A lot of the humor was hit and miss. The pacing could have been a little better. You know, the scenes with Groot could have been a little better as well. But you know, that was kind of like what it was in Guardians of the Galaxy 2. You know, but overall, it's a pretty good movie. I kind of go against what Jen said. There is a lot of time to breathe, you know, but
Look.
This-
In terms of intensity and laugh, I just needed some time to breathe. Okay.
You argued Winter Soldier with me, so I'm sorry.
Stop.
Alright, but let him finish, or I'm gonna punch both y'all.
yes,
Now go.
please, for love of, just let me fucking
Let
have
the
a
white
place to
man
work.
finish, please.
Exactly. Welcome, colonize your house.
Oh my god.
Guys, let us speak.
Oh, okay.
Hey, I had to let them have that laugh. That's different. So, what I'm saying is, I felt there was a lot of points when you could slow down, you can get that breathing, you know? There were points when it slowed down, it could take a breath, but it was still always moving towards the end goal. Because it's not that size can't be a traditional 3-act structure, you know? So it's every point, it's a little slow, it gets a little time to breathe, but we're always chugging forward, you know? I thought it was pretty good. Some of the things, like the humor was hit and miss. A couple story points I felt they could handle better, you know? I didn't really like the scenes with Bruce Banner talking to the Hulk. I felt that could have been a little better, but still a pretty good movie. I liked it.
Alright then. And for me, look, I understand where you are all coming from when it comes to pacing. I understand some people's gripes about not being able to like take a breather and stuff like that. I understand that some people want to put their fandoms above them and want to give this movie like a 9 and stuff, and some people want to be critics and stuff like that. But for me personally, I knew exactly what I was walking into, okay? Was there no breathing room? Yeah, you're right. There was no breathing room. But that's what I enjoyed about the movie. I'm okay with it because of the fact that, again, 10 years in the making, and when they say Infinity War, war is in a capital W. There is a war going on, okay? You do not see war movies take breaks, okay? Some of them do, some of them don't. But I'm talking Saving Private. The Saving Private Ryan was different because World War II. World War II, you had to take a break because you just saw your nigga die. Okay, there's a difference. Okay, but I'm talking like if you've ever read a Percy Jackson book, if you read the last Olympian, there is no breaks in that movie. Okay, it is legit war, and more war. Okay, and that's what no, it wasn't.
The pool scene.
That's still a war. He's in war with himself. He's in war with himself. You shut your whore mouth, okay? Now look, the point I'm trying to make is this. I loved every single minute of this movie from beginning to end. Maybe it's because of the fact that I've been waiting 10 years for Thanos to finally pull up and debo a nigga. Okay? Or maybe it's the fact that I've been waiting 10 years for Thanos to debo a nigga. Either way, I got to see Thanos debo a nigga, okay?
Language, boy.
I could say nigga, shut up. Anyways, but aside from all of that, this is what I wanted in a Marvel movie. This is what happens when you throw your toys on the ground and you just start making stuff up. And that's okay. I am okay with that if done right. And the Russo brothers did that right. These are the same guys who gave us Winter Soldier and Civil War. And I understand people's gripes to Civil War. Civil War, you really don't.
Okay.
You really don't. Hold on. Let me finish. You don't really need to have seen Civil War because someone can just tell you what happens. But with all that being said, the Russo brothers and stuff like that. This movie gets a solid 10 from me. Who is moaning? Oh, GC is in here. Hold up.
Wow, this guy's
okay. The final audible in the before we stop. The final audible is GC.
I literally left the theater in tears.
This your boy Godchild. God bless y'all. That's what he was supposed to say. But okay.
Oh,
GC without GC.
Leonard, I'll tell you this.
What?
Spoil.
Hey, don't say my government name.
No, as a Marvel fan, I would actually. Like I said, as a critic or viewer, 8.5. But as like a Marvel, my fanboyism, 9.8.
Okay.
But like I said, we're doing it as a review, so I'm sorry.
No, I understand, and for me, I am looking at this as a critic as well, as a critic who has seen, if throwing all my knowledge of the movies to the side, throwing all my knowledge about the comics to the side, did the end result of the 10 years of me watching Marvel movies pay off? Yes, it did. Yes, it has problems, but at the same time, all movies have problems. Okay, but those problems do not overshadow the fact that I had a good time watching this movie. And as long as I had a good time, and the fact that I cried 3 times in that movie theater says any other thing, it's the reason why I'm giving it a 10. This is arguably one of the best Marvel movie. Arguably.
Where you rank it?
That's a different story for another time. We'll do that when we do the spoiler review. Before we get off, GC, without spoiling the movie, what's your score?
It's a 10, bruh. It is a 10.
Okay, let him enjoy it.
This is a 10.
Let him finish. Go ahead, GC.
This is no other movie. I can't even talk right. No other movie has made me cry besides The Sixth Man with Marlon Wayans. No movie has never made me cry. This is a 10.
Okay, with that being said, thank you guys very much for listening to our spoiler-free review of Avengers Infinity Wars. We will be doing the spoiler review next weekend, so be on the lookout. If you are in the future, if you are about to listen to the spoiler review, the spoiler-free review is up. Do not listen to the spoiler review if you have not seen this movie. So we got 2 10s, 2 8.5s, and a 9. This movie is damn near a perfect action movie, a perfect comic movie, a perfect science fiction movie. with all that being said, thank you guys very much for listening. With all that being said, if you are brand new to the stream, if you're brand new to us, be sure to follow us on Facebook.com/ScrollClubGaming. You can follow us on Twitter @ScrollClubGaming. You can follow our YouTube page @ScrollClubGaming. And you can always email us at scrollclubgamingbookings@gmail.com. That's scrollclubgamingbookings@gmail.com. You can also any kind of questions, comments, concerns, insults, advice, and business inquiries. We love doing we love doing business with you indie folks, okay? And be sure to follow us on our mother base on SoundCloud.com/scrollclubgaming. You can find us on our backup page on GooglePlay.com/scrollclubgaming. If you need a little R&R with us, you can find me, Reckless Fox, on Twitter and Instagram at @TheReckless_Fox. You can find me on YouTube at Reckless_Fox, and you can find me on Twitch.tv/RecklessFox. Daggerboy, where can they find you?
You guys can find me at Instagram, that's your boy 247. You can also find me and you two and Scoots and Jen Pink, or Jen, or whatever you can call her in this chat room.
Jen Pink.
At Avengers Live Chat, Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram.
All right, and Skooks.
Again, you can find me at Lexington34 on Twitter, capital L over the 0, and Lexington34 on Tumblr.com, same spelling.
Jen Pink. You can find her on SpiderGen2099 at Tumblr.com because she's ashamed of saying it. And GC, where can they find you? Or if you're not crying still.
You can find me on YouTube at Mr. Godchild15. You can find me on Twitch, Godchild15. Find me on Twitter and Instagram at Godchild_15.
Alright then, with all that out the way, again, next weekend we'll be doing our spoiler review of Infinity War. We'll fully break down what we like and dislike about that movie and stuff like that. But until then, this is Scrub Club Cinema Presents, and as always, peace out, bless up, and keep everything is $20 or less. Until then, we'll see you on the next one. Deuces!
Laters.
Morphin' time.
Oh my god.